All right, so I guess I don't know if it's a video response, but we're watching this thing on the show Dead End Hip Hop. It's these guys, whatever, right? They're real supposedly hip hop heads and all that, and I respect
Yeah.
that. But they're talking about is New York relevant, New York hip hop relevant, and and you know they're giving like, oh, they got Joey Badass and they got Action Bronson and they got
What's
ASAP
the
Rocky.
dude they said that we didn't know who they were talking about? Somebody
Fox, Freddie Fox.
Yeah, who is
But
that?
I don't
Somebody
know.
please comment and tell us who that is.
Yeah, but the thing is this, right? They talk about these guys. They talk about like let's say Joey Badass, Action Bronson, and ASAP Rocky. Yeah. Of course, New York is still relevant, right? But I'm like, for the average person who listens to hip hop, they don't know who they are. I mean, seriously, who really know who they are? Not like you're a real supposedly hip hop head or hip hop fan. Boy, they're talking about the whole New York sound. I think that whole New York sound is played out.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I really do not like it. It don't sound all that good to me. It made me fall asleep. For real. And you know, they always been arguing about the whole South and the whole North. Don't get me wrong, like Southern rappers be saying some BS lines sometimes. Like they spit garbage. But you could flip it. You could flip it on some New York. Not only do some of their beats be garbage, New York rappers, but some of their lyrics be garbage as well.
Yeah.
And it's like I always say this: production, great beats, great hooks will make great songs. Sometimes, I mean, nowadays that's what you really need to make it on the radio, whatever. Good beat, a good hook, whatever. And having lyrics is a plus. But just because somebody have lyrics on a song, don't mean that it is that it is that is great. Just because somebody it's like okay, people will say, oh, New York rappers they're so lyrical. Look how they can spit all these big words, right? But if you look at music just in general. Let's say Bob Marley. Bob Marley didn't have to read a dictionary out loud on the microphone to say, "Oh, look how lyrical he is." Yes, he may use simple words, but it touch you.
Yeah.
He don't have to. And not only did he touch you, but he also have great music. It's sounding good to listen to.
I know people gonna bash on me for this, whatever. I was never a Biggie fan. I don't care for Biggie. I don't like the sound, and I also don't like how the way he rapped, it seemed like somebody told him he had to fit a certain amount of cuss words into every song. And so they were just splattered in there in really weird spots. But I just never liked the sound of Biggie at all.
Well, I was like Biggie.
And I don't like Diddy either. Even though he ain't really don't rap.
He don't rap.
He just
don't
rich
rap.
and whatever. But I don't like him either.
I like Biggie. I like Tupac. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan. Like I say, you like Nas. I don't like Nas because Nas will put me to sleep. Those whole jazzy beats he be using sound like I don't know. It put me to sleep.
Yeah.
It put me. I mean Jay-Z too. Jay-Z like
I don't like Jay-Z.
To me, also he was kind of boring to me. It was like put me to sleep. But this whole thing, I can't stand these hip hop heads when the guys just be. Some of these guys are boring. Like I've tried to listen to Joey Badass. Don't get me wrong. He have lyric.
You know what it is? He sounds like he's saying something great, but it's hard to follow, so you're really not sure.
Yes.
And it ain't got nothing to do with you being like, oh, you're stupid, so you can't follow. No, he's just hard to follow.
You have to listen to him. But you know who's like that? Lupe Fiasco. Like, I like Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco will tell you. When he rhymes, you have to listen to his rhymes over and over and over and over again. Sometimes, like, I've listened to some of his songs I got on my MP player, and I've gone back. I've listened to it for months, almost like years now. And then I'll catch something that I didn't catch before.
And I'm
something
sorry,
like that.
I just don't want to put in that much work to understand somebody's rap songs. When I'm listening to rap music, I do not do it for educational purposes. I don't want to put in that much work to understand one song.
Yeah, that's true. Because again, we go back to we talking about great artists in history, just great artists. I mean, spanning all genre of music. If you look at someone like a group like the Beatles, they didn't have to say so much for you to understand what they're singing about.
If you're a great artist, you say something complex but make it simple.
Yes, but yeah, that's true. That's true. And it's just because like the guy who made the AK-47. Not to go back to the gun thing, but he said that he made it. He can say something that complex doesn't always work, but things that simple always does. And it says when he made his gun, He made it very complex, very simple, and it's very sturdy, and it's one of the most widely used things. Hey, so same thing with music. It's like sometimes you don't have to like Wu-Tang would do. They seem like they open up a dictionary to pick the biggest word to say at you.
Yeah.
You know, everybody will say the hypotheses, blah blah blah. Like sometimes you could just say very simple words, and it means so much.
Yeah.
Like the same thing. Like go back to Bob Marley. Get up, stand up for your right. He had to go to he had to go to the Emancipation Proclamation. Yes, exactly. He didn't have to say all of that to actually mean. He said stuff or whatever in the way he said it and the way he speak it. It hit and it resonate with you. I listened to an old they had the I Had a Dream speech. And he did not have to, Martin Luther King did not have to say this, look at the dictionary to say stuff just to try to outwit you. And it's just what he said and the way he presented, you felt it and it rang with you.
I don't feel like trying to study. Like when I'm listening to music, I don't want to feel like I'm studying.
And it does not mean that you're less intelligent because
I'm very intelligent. I'm in college. When I go listen to music, I don't want to feel like I'm in one of my classes. That's too much.
That is true. But let's go back to the whole thing that this person is great because he has this person is great because he say all these big words. Don't get me wrong, it's good don't get me wrong, it's good to put a lot of work into your craft. But it doesn't sound good. That's it, point blank.
We got to do the Trinidad James video next too.
Oh. Yeah, but if it doesn't sound good, it doesn't matter. Don't get me wrong. Like I've listened to Cannabis. Anybody know Cannabis? No, he spit a whole bunch of big rhymes. But sometimes the music doesn't sound good. Don't get me wrong. If you want to just do an acapella of you just spitting these great bars, it's good to do that. Whatever. It's good to practice your craft and someone elevating your. It's good to do that. But if it don't sound good musically, it don't sound good. It don't make it extra great because you can do that. It doesn't. It doesn't sound good. People not gonna gravitate to it. It don't sound good. Same thing, New York rappers. Like just because you guys New York, we started this. It doesn't sound good. No. Do stuff that sounds good. Yes, you can have a message. I'm not saying don't have a message, but it's like it doesn't sound good. You have to work on that. A musician you have to still make good music. They have this thing where it's like, we're the artists. We know what's good. We know what's good for you.
Right.
And fans are supposed to accept it.
Please the people that are buying your stuff. You ain't no artist, no way.
Precisely.
So what are you talking about?
And it's like, and you say something like, "Oh, if I don't do it, then I'm dumbing down my lyrics." That's not true.
It's not. Have to know how to do it.
Precisely.
It's not our fault if you don't know how to say something more than one way.
Precisely.
And direct you something in a way that is very simplistic, and I can turn around and tell you the same thing in a way that's gonna make you sit up here and look at me like, what?
Precisely.
You have to know how to say things more than one way, and if you can't do that, if you can't adapt, then that's your fault.
And they say, don't get me wrong, if you sat there and worked real hard on it, it's good to do that. I know what I'm saying. Some guys, don't get me wrong, I bet they put a lot of time and energy into writing their rhyme, like people like Lupe Fiasco and them, and Joey Bad. But it's like, yes, don't get me wrong, I respect that. You spent a lot of time on your thing. Great. Now, how do you translate that over a beat and over music and make it sound good? It's two different things.
Yep.
Do that and people will respect it more.
Do that.
For real. If you do that, people will respect it more. People will buy your stuff. You can do it. But don't just force it out like, oh, you guys just not intelligent enough. Oh, you guys just too stupid. Mm-hmm. Oh, you guys don't want to hear a real lyricist.
Right.
That don't mean that. That doesn't mean that just because you can say a bunch of big words don't make you a real lyricist. It's all about how you're saying it and what it, and how it resonates to people.
Yeah.
Point blank. When same thing with Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. He didn't have to go to no huge. He had to open up a dictionary. He had to open up a thesaurus and just spit out a whole bunch of big words to you.
Yeah.
That's it. So on that, New York, y'all can do better. Y'all should do better. I hope y'all can do better. And we out.